Egypt has made significant progress in providing infrastructure in all areas, including transportation, telecommunications, electricity generation, and water and sanitation over the last half-century. Egypt, despite its reputation for significant contributions to civilization, has not rested on its oars. From a global perspective, Egypt has reached an infrastructure status that closely resembles what one could expect given its national wealth level. The country is currently enjoying a fast-growing economy that shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon, especially with its ambitious plan for infrastructure development. According to a Deloitte Africa construction report from 2019, Egypt has the most major construction projects in Africa, with roughly 49 multi-billion-dollar projects in the works. Egypt's construction sector has grown steadily over the last decade, with an average annual growth rate of 9% expected from 2021 to 2025. Active public-private collaborations, as well as green building expansion to improve energy efficiency and high-end infrastructure, will drive this growth. For most Egyptians, real estate has traditionally been seen as a safe haven investment because its value has remained stable, if not increased. Egypt's government is a major player in the construction industry. They are constructing a large new administrative capital, as well as renovating airports, ports, and transportation networks, and wants to establish up to 14 new smart cities across the country. Welcome, new tourist. We will present the 10 most remarkable megaprojects in Egypt in this video. Before we go any further, please like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. So without further ado, here are Egypt's 10 most astounding megaprojects. 10. Natalia Miser Bridge, $9.6 million. Egypt's major infrastructural development goals were bolstered by the construction of the world's widest cable-stayed bridge, which was built to relieve traffic congestion in the capital Cairo. The Ras Al Farak project has a built-in inclusion. The massive bridge's construction was awarded to Egyptian-based Arab contractors, and the engineering is already in use by the military forces. For its construction, Natalia Miser enlisted the help of 400 engineers, technicians, and construction workers. The total cost of the project is projected to be around $9.6 million. The bridge, which opened in May of last year, is the world's largest bridge with a wind speed of 17.2 kilometers in both directions and a width that varies between 48 and 67.3 meters. It connects the urban areas in northern and eastern Cairo, western Cairo, meanwhile, lessening the commuting time over the Nile. 9. Concentrated solar power plants, $1.2 billion. Cooperation between Smart Engineering Solutions and the Ministry of Military Production has set in action factories to build and implement concentrated solar power plants, as well as engineer their components domestically in Egypt. The Sustainable Energy Project is expected to cost $1.2 billion and will consist of 5 CSP facilities that will be built in stages. The concentrated solar power plants will have a total capacity of 250 megawatts and a capacity of 50 megawatts each, with a total investment of $1.25 billion, as each station costs roughly $250 million. The Egyptian government will not shoulder the costs of these projects because up to 70% of the funding will come from international organizations, with the remaining 10% to 15% coming from local banks. 8. Med City, $1.3 billion. Upon completion, the capital medical city will be the most populous medical center in the Middle East. The massive medical city signifies an international medical complex that is set to be built on 110 acres of land. It can be found all around Greater Cairo. Capital Med is located 10 minutes from the new capital and has direct access to highways and road networks. Its mission is to deliver superior healthcare services, medical education, research, and training across all medical specialties in the Middle East and North Africa region. The cost of building the hospital, with a capacity of 2,000 beds, is expected to be around $1.3 billion. Between 10,000 and 13,000 job opportunities will be available, with a maximum construction time of 5 years. 7. New Alamein City residential skyscrapers, $1.9 billion. The cost of constructing 5 residential skyscrapers in New Alamein is estimated to be $1.9 billion. After reaching an agreement with Egypt's new Urban Communities Administration, China's State Development Engineering Corporation will be responsible for the construction of residential towers on the Mediterranean's northern coast. The structures would be roughly 90 kilometers from Alexandria's coastline and will overlook an artificial lake. 4 of the 5 elements, including a 200-meter trek with a 320,000 square meter base, are scheduled to be completed 39 months after they begin. The other, a 250-meter tower with a 465,000 square meter base, will be completed 4 to 5 months after work begins and will be larger than the others. On March 1, 2018, Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi opened New Alamein City, the new smart city in northwest Egypt. The Egyptian government envisioned the New Alamein as a tourism, education, and government center on the Mediterranean Sea, about 85 kilometers west of Burgilura International Airport, which is still under construction. The cost of Phase 1 of the New Alamein City's construction, which covers a 202 million square meter area, is anticipated to be $1.3 billion. The $1.9 billion development of 5 residential skyscrapers will support the expansion of Egypt's new smart metropolis. 6. The Tahrir Petrochemical Complex, $6.7 billion. The Tahrir Petrochemical Complex is a lavish project that seeks to run an ethylene cracker with a capacity of 1.5 million tons per year and a polyethylene complex with a capacity of 1.4 million tons per year, as well as generate propylene, polypropylene, hexane, benzene, and styrene. The facility used up 5 million square meters of ground space in the Suez Special Economic Development Zone. Carbo Holdings is in charge of building the sophisticated structure, which is expected to cost a total of $6.7 billion and will be Egypt's largest petrochemical project. The Tahrir Petrochemical Complex is expected to be the world's largest naphtha cracker facility once completed, creating over 48,000 employments while supplying important services in both domestic and international markets. The project was originally expected to be completed in 2017. However, various issues, including construction and production, are causing delays. 5. The October Oasis, $8.5 billion. Due to its high construction cost of $8.5 billion, it has earned a reputation as one of Egypt's big infrastructure projects. The October Oasis is a strategic urban development project featuring high-income, middle-income, and low-income residential housing units located in the Giza region, 32 kilometers outside of Cairo. The city was named after the 1973 Arab-Israeli crisis that took place on October 6, 1973. It is a new initiative spearheaded by the Ministry of Housing, the New Urban Communities Authority. The construction company, Palm Hills Developments Company, plans to build October Oasis as mixed-use development in west of Cairo, Egypt. The project covers the construction of 2,000 housing units, spreading over a land area of 12,600,000 square meters, including educational and recreational facilities. Upon completion, the city will be able to provide accommodation for 200,000 people. 4. The Hurghada Luxor High-Speed Rail, $23 billion. The Hurghada Luxor High-Speed Rail is a 1,700-kilometer bullet train system that will be built by a consortium consisting of an Egyptian construction firm, Morris Construction, Arab contractors, and Siemens Mobility of Germany. This came after signing a tunnel concessionaire agreement with Egypt's national authorities. The high-speed rail system is expected to cost a total of $23 billion, with the first line connecting Ain Sakana on the Gulf of Suez with the new administrative capital on a 460-kilometer line. The first phase is estimated to cost $3 billion to build, with a completion date of 2023. A passenger and freight operations system would be included in this phase. The multiple-line high-speed railways are expected to reach a top speed of around 150 kilometers per hour, making it Africa's second fastest train after the Murrah Canal direct train, which travels at 320 kilometers per hour. In addition to industrial works on roads intersecting with the train track, the second phase links the port of Alexandria to the port of Map Route 12. The third and fourth phases will network Hurghada and Safa with Luxor, and fifth, October City to Luxor and Aswan respectively. 3. The Dabba Nuclear Power Plant, $29 billion. It was designed to look like Russia's Leningrad nuclear power station, which produces half of St. Petersburg's and the Leningrad region's energy needs. With a nuclear power output capacity of 4,200 megawatts, it is one of the most powerful nuclear power plants in the world. The Dabba nuclear power facilities will have a nuclear capacity of 4,800 megawatts with VVR 1,200 reactors, boosting Egypt's distinction as Africa's sole country with a Generation 3+ reactor. The project will be located around 130 kilometers northwest of Cairo, and it will be the first of its sort in Egypt. The $29 billion massive utility will be built, with Russia providing 85% of the funding in the form of a state loan, with a 13-year payback period and a 3% annual interest rate. Egypt will provide the remaining 15% in installments. According to the chairman of Egypt's Nuclear Power Plants Authority, a permit for the dam and nuclear power plant site will be awarded in the second half of 2021. Egypt and Russia struck an initial deal in November 2018 under which Russia will finance the construction of 10 nuclear power reactors. Preliminary contracts for the building of VVR 1,200 units were signed in December 2017 in the presence of Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and Russian President Vladimir Putin, bringing the deal closer. 2. The City Gate Project, $54 billion. The self-sufficient community will merge a contemporary urban setting into a terrain of beautiful greenery and will include top-rated hotels, extravagant villas and residential units, educational and healthcare facilities, entertainment facilities, and a host of sports complexes. It will be located about 30 kilometers southeast of Egypt's capital, Cairo, and will consume a land area of about 2,100 acres. The metropolis will be built in 2 phases, with the first phase costing an estimated $54 billion to build. Meanwhile, the building of 439 residential apartments will be facilitated in the second phase. The project, which has been on hold since 2016, due to a dispute between the project's purported developers, Qatari Dire Real Estate Investment Company, and Egypt's New Urban Communities Authority. This dispute was finally resolved earlier this year after a final agreement and approval were announced, paving the way for construction to begin soon. 1. Egypt's new administrative capital, $58 billion. The new administrative capital, which has been in the works since 2015, is a reform program that is an important part of Egypt's Vision 2030. The new city is around 4 to 5 kilometers east of Cairo, just beyond the Cairo Ring Road. The city is designed to serve as the country's new administrative and financial center, with the main government, foreign embassies, and ministries all located there. When finished, the new administrative capital will be able to accommodate 7 million people, alleviating the chronic traffic congestion in Cairo. Between 2022 and 2023, the country's parliament, presidential residences, government departments, and foreign embassies are expected to be transferred. The city's total cost is estimated to be $58 billion, and when completed, it will be Africa's most beautiful city. The companies currently in charge of construction are China State Construction Engineering Corporation, Aero Contractors, and Egyptian-Spanish Alliance Real Estate Investments. That's it for the top 10 most impressive mega projects in Egypt. If you enjoyed this video and would like to get more definitive information about trends and mega constructions projects in Africa, subscribe to the New Tourist channel so you don't miss out on any of our future videos.